It's a beautiful night in Cleveland, Ohio. This is where it all began. This is where I grew up as a kid, and I find myself back on the, not the past, but rather on the streets of Cleveland, Ohio. And, you know, over the years, this city's gotten a bad rap oftentimes, but, you know, I gotta tell you, it is a pretty cool city. It is it's a nice place, especially a warm summer evening like tonight when we are going to the, well, we're going to the Ballgame. So Yanae is going to see her very first baseball game, her very first American baseball game. I don't know if she went to see any games in Venezuela. Maybe she did. But it is a beautiful, beautiful night here. Temperature is going to be about 80 when the game starts, and it'll get down into the mid-70s. It's not too humid, and it's happy hour time right now. So you know, we've gone from New Orleans to the UP of oh hell, Reno, the biggest or the littlest biggest city in the world or something like that. And now we find ourselves, and for all intent and purpose, this is the last night of our trip, so to speak. I mean, we got another travel day, but here is, let me, all right, there's Yanae today. Are you having a good time? You like Cleveland? Yeah? All right, so here we are in Cleveland, Ohio, and we're on our way to the ball. Should be a really nice should be a nice evening. The I asked Yanae who she wants to win, and she said, who's playing? And I said, well, of course. I said, Cleveland's playing. And she said, oh, very good. And she said, who are they playing? And I said, California. Oh, and California. Her eyes lit up, and she's like, okay, California. She likes California. So I said, no, you can't root for California in Cleveland. So anyway, we're on our, this is the scene here in Cleveland. I'm not sure what street this is, but you can see on a Friday night, it's a rather happening environment. It's happy hour right now, and this is the road. I think this is kind of where it all goes down. This is a street here where you might come and grab a bite to eat before or after the game. So not that many tickets left for the game, believe it or not. Here is the place called the Butcher and the Brewer. Butcher and the Brewer. And of course, you're going to find your street performers. Now, Yanae doesn't have her ID or her phone, so I got to keep an eye on her. Get some Vietnamese cuisine. Got a little bit of everything here. So it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been to the ball game. I think the last time I went to a ball game was with a client of mine some years back, and I think we lost that night rather badly, and or rather bigly, as Donald Trump might say. But the field, the ballpark, it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's Progressive Field. It used to be Jacob Field, I believe. But we're gonna find our way over there somewhere. They used to call it the Jake, and now it's Progressive Field, if I'm not mistaken. Well, boy, being a homeboy here, I'm a little bit misoriented as to where the ballpark is, but we'll find it, and we'll be coming live from the ball game. If I'm not mistaken, the Indians have done rather well this year at home. I think they've only lost about 6 or 7 games, and we're more than halfway through the season. So just kind of, well, I see the lights over there, over there, as Yane would say, over there. There are the lights. So we're just going to continue walking along, and a lot of memories going back for me in this city, needless to say. I remember one year the Indians went out and they got a mascot one year, which was a duck. They got a duck of all things as a mascot. A lot of people hated that mascot, the duck. And one day they had they always have different events during the year. And one year they had what's called Banner Day. And they allow people to come, and you line up in the outfield, I think in the 7th inning, for the 7th inning stretch. And you line up, and you can bring a banner. And then in the 7th inning stretch, they walk around they open up the gate, and they let you march around the perimeter of the field carrying your banner. And you'll have a banner with Boy Scout troop, 343 supports the tribe, and you'll have a banner for whatever, different causes or another. But it was Pat Cotter and I. We woke up that morning. We must have been all up 13 or 14 years old. We woke up that morning, and it might have been Eric Wuchter and I, and maybe not Pat Cotter, but regardless. So we woke up and got a big bed sheet or maybe 2, and put them together, and we got some spray paint, and we just painted 3 big words on the banner, and it was "Shoot the Duck." Shoot the duck. That was our banner. Shoot the duck. And we kept it unfurled until we were just about to walk out onto the field. And there we were in the queue with, I don't know, 100 other people with their banners. And they opened up the gate, and off went Tom and Pat, or Tom and Eric, whoever it was, with our banner that said "Shoot the Duck." And there must have been a crowd of about 50,000 people in that stadium. And boy, what a reaction we got. What a reaction. If I'm not mistaken, I think the duck came running out after us, trying to take the banner from us, if I'm not mistaken. Another memory I remember was we'd always come down, and we'd load up on the stadium mustard. We'd always come down, and we'd get bring a cup or whatever the hell it was, and we'd just load up on the stadium mustard outside the concession stands and go home with cupfuls of stadium mustard, of all things. So anyway, we're almost to the park, just following we've got what are called upper box seats tonight. We're sitting in upper box. It was that, or pretty much standing room only tickets. And can't let Yane's first baseball experience be a standing room only experience, unless it were the playoffs, of course. If it were the playoffs, then I wouldn't mind buying her standing room only, if that's all. We'll see. You might be the very first Venezuelan that's ever gone to a Cleveland Indians game. You know that? You might be. So, all right. Anyway, so here we go, folks. Take me out to the ball game. We'll be back a little bit later, live from Progressive Field here in beautiful downtown Cleveland.